Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we are going to resume the World of Warcraft Hardcore playthrough with Syken Shocks, our shaman. I have done a little bit of work behind the scenes. Number one, dinged 40 and did a couple of really low level throwaway quests, mainly Badlands, and I didn't feel that the content there was good enough to really record. So we digged, and by doing so, we also earned the right to ride a Kodo. Look at that bad boy that we're riding now. On top of that, I can now wear mail. As you can see, we got a couple of mail pieces here and there, and I think I got the legs on, so that's great. Even got a few more mail pieces in the queue for level 41. Also, we have respect to Elemental, and boy, this is going to be great. You are going to love it. Absolutely fantastic. Remember how we did like a massive damage to the Kolkars in Desolace with world buffs? Fights are now sort of always going that fast or that rapidly, simply because Elemental is now coming to full fruition. It is massive damage. However, we also need to drink relatively often. So let me just showcase the power of what I'm talking about. Snapjaw Crocodile. We're just going to start going at it. So faster cast speed, 1, 2, 3, and that was not a Wind Fury proc, but oftentimes these guys are dying before they even come close. So with lightning bolts coming in that fast, you can also see the mana required is reduced, and as the enemy is even approaching us, they are typically below 50% health. Even increase some of the totem damage that I was doing with fire totem. So, and overall, just really good build. Super fun to play. I'm very happy that I've done that. The rest is now going into healing. Still think that that's a valid spec. And you can see just how fast we're grinding through the enemies. He's at about 5% of their health before they even appear. That's nice. Good. So what's our plan? We need Snapjaw Crocodile skins. Cool. Got you. We need Panthers for claws, pristine tiger fangs, and so on and so forth. That's good as well. We need bloody bone necklaces. We need to kill the ogres, so plenty to do actually. Let's maybe start with the crocodiles first. There's a bit of a downside, namely the spirit wolf now takes much longer to cast. I needed to give that one up. It's not going to come back. But I was thinking about the value of it. The Spirit Wolf is fine, don't get me wrong. It's a really decent escape tool. But I was thinking about how often did I really need that. So did we have any clutch moments where it was undeniable that just saved our meat? And there weren't any. We do have a lot of totems to help us in those positions, and we do have a couple of other means of just not getting into trouble. So yes, that's a great talent, don't get me wrong, but is it the end-all savior for what we're trying to get? Potentially not. So I'm more than happy to give that up for, let's say, Elemental Mastery, quicker cast speed. Just look at the damage here. That guy died completely before even approaching us. Granted, that was elemental mastery that was used, but even normal crocodiles are coming down to yeah, just basically one hit range, and it gives you also another advantage in my perspective. Whilst with the healing build, I basically needed to decide whether or not the fight is worth pursuing once we are actually in melee range. This time I can see from afar whether or not it is going to work out. The one downside though is earth elementals, so any form of nature damage immune creatures, we're going to have a tougher time against these folks. But again, that is the exception, not the rule. I will, whilst questing here, try to fill a Scarlet Monastery group, mainly because I want the key, and 40 is still decent to run the dungeon one more time, but we're going to quest in the meantime, so no time is wasted. Today on our menu is Stranglethorn Vale, and with that, of course, all of the quests that we haven't done so far. Swamp of Sorrows would also be an option, a good one actually. So I'm thinking about going there, but we have too many quests here at the moment. So I'll be doing that maybe afterwards. There are still a couple of good quests in Swamp of Sorrows. Good. Let me fast forward the remaining crocodiles. I'm almost done, by the way. That's how fast the killing speed is going. And then we're moving on to the ogres. Good, crocodiles done. Now it's time to kill the Mokogosh ogres. I think we're going to do that into... Good question. And whilst showing how we're dealing with them, just look at the amount of damage that we're doing up front. So one of them already dies before the two are coming in. Fawn Totem, just to get the heat off of me from the beginning, and yeah, that's really it. Let's focus on the ogres first. That spell is ready. I can't cast it. That's still charging. I can't cast it. That spell is ready. It's still reaching. I can't cast it. That's oh yeah, and we also got clear casting, which is super good for mana efficiency. I cannot stress how much this 10% mana reduction plus clear casting has been a game changer. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast it yet. That's still recharging. Just look at that upfront damage. It's crazy. Good. That is not very clever. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that. That spell isn't ready. So yeah, even if we're going into melee combat, we haven't really lost a lot of our melee prowess. Maybe a little bit of crit, but you can see we're still doing just fine in melee. But on top of our ability to go into melee, now we can effectively take on two enemies at the same time. Just because the first one dies before the second one even reaches us. That's a good feeling. I like the spec, so TLDR, potentially the best spec change that I've done in a while. It's just incredibly good. 1, 2, 3, down, and we've lost like 30% of our mana, and it was super fast. Even if they're a little bit closer, oh, I forgot to mention I also have higher range now with my spells, but even if they are a little bit closer, you can see you can still get in 3 casts. Oftentimes, if they are further away, can get in 4 casts, so don't even need to shock, it's just 4 casts kill. And that's pretty good. I like it. Good. Fast forward of the rest of the ogre kills. Good. Ogres are down. Now it's time to continue with the shadow panthers and pristine tiger fangs from these normal tigers. So we got a lot of grinding ahead of us yet again. That's where we left off with the Nessingway quests, because last time 37 was kind of orange. And it has been a long time since we have been in Stringathorn. So I did all of the zones in between. You can basically do 3 pit stops in Stringathorn, kind of at around 30, 35 and 40. Or I did it in a different way, 32 to 34. Then bailed out for a long period of time and basically now came back with 40. Which is equally possible, less often basically hitting the quest zone, but when you hit it you stay for a longer period of time. So there are hidden panthers here, and these guys we need to kill manifold of them. So might as well start by doing that now. So I'd need to kill at least 10 of the panthers, and we need to kill plenty of the tigers as well. That will occupy us for a while. Once we're done with that, I would head over to the raptors and then make my way to the north, essentially getting more necklaces up there and trading in the quests, so that we're at the elite quest stage of Nessingway. Which then definitely requires at least 1 more person. I could try to solo them, but that's unnecessarily risky. We could have the same impact by just doing it with a group, and it should be easy to find someone. Everybody is having those quests sooner or later. Alrighty, fast forward for you. Good, done with the raptors. Funnily enough, the claws had 100% drop chance, so that was cool. We simply did 2 quests at the same time, which is always what you want to do. Now it's time for Jungle Stalkers. These guys come in at level 40. Had a relatively hard punch, but instead of the last time where we just not had the level in order to compete with them, now they are even level, slightly above. But you can see even against slightly higher leveled enemies, this one here is out-leveling me. The elemental spec carries its weight, and with that extra range we can even get like 4 bolts in before the thing comes anywhere near us. Good chance of a clear cast. It's just a good spec. So here we will need simply 10 of the stalkers. Once we're done with that, I would say we are going back, completing both of these quests over here, the Moktarim's enchantment and the defense of Gromgol, On our way to the north, I think we're going to get bloody bone necklaces. I still have the feeling that there is another quest up here. Shrunken heads. Yeah. Might need to do that as well. So that could be a 2-for-1 situation with the quests again. That could be a 2-for-1 situation with the quests again, and then we're trading in Nessing Way, maybe even before we're going to the location where we can do the 2 troll quests. And that allows us enough time to search for a party, to do all of the higher level enemies. Good, yeah, you can see the melee capability is still there, but of course, equivalently high enemies. This is the kill speed that we had beforehand, right? Just going into melee and hoping for the best. Our new kill speed is faster than that. Pretty much faster than that. Cool, so we got a plan. Just do the Nessing Way stuff. There is a lot of leather, and I wonder if some of it might even be as good as to wear it, but I don't think it is. Yeah, we're going to get that shrunken head and bloody bone necklace in one go. That'll be good. That'll be good. I like it how, if you also take all of the quests in the correct order, how you can efficiently do multiple quests at a time. Once we're done with Nessing Way, I think there can be an argument made to even go back and trade in the other quests. There is quite a bit in Booty Bay as a follow-up, and to be entirely honest, the whole Buccaneers fleet will be something that gives huge experience. With the remaining quests, I think we can easily reach 41.5. Was hoping for a Scarlet Monastery run as well, which would be 42. But it's pretty dry at the moment. Anyways, fast forward. I'm done with this quest here. Time for a trade-in. 3k here. Fantastic. And now we need to bring Jungle Feathers. Oh, come on. Should have traded that in beforehand. Well, we're going to go there. We're going to go there in a bit anyways. So let's trade in the other quests and then we're Gucci.
Greetings. For the Alliance.
Thank you, and thank you. Good. So whilst we're searching, let's just get the bloody bone necklaces and shrunken heads at the same time. We're riding there next, and I'm trying to get those elite quests at the same time. Oh wow, we're riding into the area here, and Discovery XP amongst all of the things was giving us the level up. Holy smokes. Good, these guys here have necklaces. Where do I get... These only have necklaces, but I want the double dippy. I don't just want necklaces. Here, shrunken heads. Headhunter, that is. Okay.
That spell is ready. That's still recharging. That's still recharging.
Lovely. Okay, so that's 2 heads right away. And all we need to do is kill a lot of those headhunters. That should not be a problem.
That's still recharging. I can't cast it. That's still
Get these guys a little bit closer.
spell isn't ready yet.
Get a proper totem in. And then let the party begin. Like the fire totem increase is also massive, 1/3 more hit point damage. Doesn't look like a lot, but it really adds up, so super happy that I skilled into that. Berserkers here do have shrunken heads apparently as well. The only ones that do not are those witch doctors. But I think we can work around that. All we need to do is just work our way up this passage and back down and up and down. That should be okay. In the meantime, let's not forget this and that. We're being hit hard by the low population server problem again. It's difficult to even find someone that wants to do the elite quests with us. Good Beastmasters, they were the ones with pets, yeah.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Careful here, don't want to aggro yet another one. Luckily we're a little bit over level for this,
I can't cast that yet. That spell is
so it gives us an extra safety net.
recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
And the kill speed is just absolutely bonkers.
That spell isn't ready yet.
The only disadvantage that I'm seeing is we need to drink way too often, but it is what it is. Good, we got ourselves all of the necklaces. That was a very, very good head hunting. Might as well trade in, and we got a rogue by the name of Gustav, who is going to help us with the elite quests. So it's trade in, elite, elite, trade in, elite, done. At least that's the theory. We grinded also about 10% and it just flew by in an instant, which just shows how good this build is. I mean, as long as I'm single pulling, it feels that the fights themselves are, I need to time them, but they are kind of 10-second-ish and very very fast, specifically for a little bit lower level mobs. And I noticed that I can take 4 to 5 with one set of mana, which isn't bad at all. Granted, I also got the new gear on, so most of it is mail, 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 a little bit of leather and leather, but then mail, mail. This one is not so good. Yeah, almost fully mail. We're even packing 1,300 armor at the moment. That's pretty good. So at the moment we most certainly do have a power spike. There is no way around it.
Be seeing ya. You be careful, man. Relax. Okie dokie.
Got the bone necklaces. I don't want the wild reef. That's a shoot, not so good quest.
You come get the voodoo. What you want? Relax.
I would like his quest though, once he's finally
You come
ready
get
to
the voodoo.
give it to us. And now we're on our way to Tethys, the nasty raptor. Potentially one of the more dangerous elites, just because he deals so much damage. All of the others, it always feels like they are quick to be dispatched, but that guy is nasty. Alright, let's go there. Very good. Just found Tethys.
I'm out of range. I can't use that. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Good, we're putting a couple of totems up. Basically all of the good stuff.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, come on, Rogue.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell is that's still recharging.
With Tethys, by the way, I'm going sword and board.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready.
I figured they might get onto us. And in the event that that happens, we're ready. Good. Panther now, then Tiger. You only get the Tiger Q once both others are done. Don't have it yet. Very good. So, we're riding to our next victim, but since Tethys died with relative ease, I would say that the rest isn't a big problem either. I always found that Tethys was by far the most annoying of all the three. Just a lot of damage that they were doing. Okay, fast forward. Good, we have pulled Bakthra. The gloves are officially off. Let's go, baby. To give our rogue Wind Fury as well. Now I can counter here with the shield, and even with his armor penetration, I'm still at 1000 armor, which is good. Believe it or not, shaman tanks are a real thing. It's a meme spec, but still, 2100 isn't too bad. It's almost 40% damage reduction. Like I said, we are currently having a power spike. Warriors just come out of male, so several of them at level 40, 41 still wear predominantly male, and some played things, but yeah, for us we essentially wear almost exclusively male, just 2 leather items. So I could even push the AC potentially up to the 2500 AC realms, which would be nearly 45% damage mitigation at this level. So that plus our block chance, which, yeah, but is 20%, it's okay. We potentially would need to skill enhance if we wanted to be a tank though. More dodge and just overall more melee capabilities. Improved stone skin totem as well. I mean, you need to account for that piece, I think. So our stone skin totem at the moment is flat damage reduction 16. If you improve it, it would be 24. And enemies are hitting us for, let's just look at the combat log, 30 physical. With improved stone skin, we will take almost no damage. And Baktara, who is an elite, hit us for 60 with armor reduction, that is. So a normal elite on our level would potentially be 50. So 25 after reduction with stone skin. It isn't bad. The one thing that shamans can't do very well is retake aggro, so gotta be really disciplined in the way that you're playing these sorts of compositions. And to be very honest, I also have zero desire of becoming a shaman tank. Yeah, could do it for the views, for the lols, but I like the elemental spec too much. The only time that I'm going to respec is at 60 when it's about to go down with raiding. So until then, elemental all the way. Good. Let's move to the tiger and kill that guy as well. Good. After a while of travel, it is time to face our final enemy, the end boss. By the way, I need to still get these clan hats. That's a nasty quest as well. Alright.
I can't cast that. That's charging. That spell is radiant. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Alrighty. Just drinking up with the not so good water, and then we're giving it a go.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
There's the first ed. There's the second one, which is okay. Yeah, shamans are just very, very good, even at elite mob farming. Cool. See, let's back to Ra, and with that, the last of the quests is done. I think we're trading in because we to my understanding, do not need to go back to Nessing Way anytime soon. So might as well finish that quest line, and then we're done with it for now. We got the Skull Splitter tusks, a couple of jungle feathers, and of course Nezrok's head. I think there is another head here, somewhere here. Let's see, the leaders, the clan heads. I know that Nezrok up here, that was an absolute disaster of a quest, because you needed to like work your way all the way up to the top, and then the guy doesn't even spawn. 20 or 30 minutes spawn timer, but on an empty server it should actually be achievable, and you're very, very deep into enemy territory. Like, that is a sketchy quest if I've seen one. I think I'll leave that for a bit, or I could do it and do the other one over here when grabbing the Skull Splitter's tusk. That would not be too bad. And once we're done with the Stalker Feathers, I think everything on the northern section is quested through. Then we're really going to the southern part, but that is for another day. For now, let's trade in and then start moving into that troll area. Alright, so I did a bit of grinding back there without recording it. Mainly because I just didn't want to record another massive grinding session of trolls, so I just did that offline. Things were good. We are almost level 42, so we're actually doing well for ourselves. So now it's time to get a couple of these gorillas. We need gorilla teeth, plenty of them, and we need giblets. So in a sense, it is yet another grind. I prepared myself this time a bit better. By putting a lot of sun and water up. Oh, look at that, we got an ad. Good, I put a lot of sun and water up. We're having 6 stacks, so that's going to be fantastic. And as you can see, we're having zero problems grinding through even level mobs, even if they add. So that's all good. Let's see how quickly we can regenerate with that sweet 35 water. Soon we're going to take level 45 water. But that's a little bit down the road. Okay, so what we're wanting to do down here is giblets for the Scaring Shanky, and then as many gorilla teeth as possible. On top of it, I would like to do the jungle feathers so that I can trade it in here. And then we're actually in a good spot, or in a bad spot, because we're running out of good quests. We have the Buccaneers as well as Akiris by the bundle, which is the Nagas, and then Strangathorn Fever, which would be using all of the gorilla teeth in order to summon like a massive amount of gorillas. So yeah, that would be the only quests that are left, and we would need to do something in the meantime. I mean, Tanaris is definitely an option for quests, but it's a little bit higher level. Feralis is an option, but again, it's rather mid-40s to go there. We could do Swamp of Sorrows. Interesting setup, this party. In case you're wondering, we're getting a party for Scarlet Monastery. Because that is now the last opportunity to still get decent experience in the dungeon.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. Not enough
now. It's unfortunate that the guy added. But you can see even with limited resources, we're still doing fine. Just letting some mana regenerate. Since we're all male character, as in we're wearing entire male plate, we're taking very limited damage. Fantastic. So another double pull successfully survived. And here we see the first Gorilla Fang. We need a lot of these bad boys. 10 to be precise, in order to summon the Strangothorn Fever. All right. As for Scarlet Monastery, I think I'm just going to show a couple of highlights. As it's technically a rerun of a rerun. Good. Fast forward a little bit. Alright. Time for Loxley, the Houndsman. Well, release the Hounds might be a little bit too late for you, my friend. Got some chain lightning going. Look at that damage. Well, all of the group is dealing tremendous amounts of damage. Dog whistle. You know, if we get it, we get it. Nah, unfortunate. I actually like the dog whistle a lot. Good item. Anyways, fast forward until the next boss. Good. After Arcanist Dawn is finally dead, I'm not going to do the same mistake as the 2 times before. There you go, Scarlet Key, finally. Good. We're moving back. And now it's time for Arms and Cathedral. Good, we find ourselves at Herald.
That's still recharging.
Time to replace all of our totems so that no one stands outside.
I've been waiting for a real challenge. I can't cast that.
Good, let's go.
Give me strength. I can't cast that. That's still recharging. I need to first.
Interesting Berserker's Helm. So, our tank needs it. Fair enough. He shall get it. I sold mine because I have a better one. Good. That's 3 out of 5 actually done. No, 3 out of 6. 3 more in the cathedral. Let's go. Good, we're joining and witnessing the last few remaining bosses. White Mane and her lover. And in typical White Mane fashion, she just sleeps everyone. Almost dies with the totem and the debuffs. Then proceeds to die before she can be resurrected. Lol. That's hilarious in so many ways. Alright, I definitely need the shield. And we had one hell of a run, man. Very good. Next up, RFD. Alright, so Razorfang Downs. Let's go, baby. We're quickly running, more or less quickly running at 20 minutes, and we're almost at the end boss. 4 ones. Decent stuff is dropping. That's actually not a bad pair of shoulders. I stand corrected. Glutton for once has put down a good pair of shoulders, but I think mine are better. So let's clear this entire area until we're at the end boss, and then that's it for dungeons for a while. Next up will be Zul'Farrak, and that'll take a couple more levels. Although as a healer, 42, it's potentially pushing it. Alright, so after we're done with RFK, it's back to normal. Let's get the remaining gorilla teeth. That would be 5 more. And then I think we're just going to open up the Buccaneers. You know what? Let's do that right now. Because I can always grind down 5 more teeth. That's not the problem.
I can't cast that yet. That's still charging. I can't cast that yet.
So this here will essentially open up quite a few follow-up quests. We gotta be careful with the net ability though. These guys are problematic. We can't really escape them. Fun fact though, he spawned and got netted by the guard. The irony of it.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still I can't cast that yet. That's
Good.
recharging.
We'll need to get to the plants there. Quiet here is to have our little totem set up here and just pull one at a time. And you can see just how mana efficient it is. We're at the 5th enemy and we're still going with the same set of mana as in the beginning. Alright, pull this guy back. That's good enough. Cool. Let's clear the rest here. So, grounding totem. This might pull too. Oh boy, that's great. The damage against these mages. Fire shield immediately removed. I love fighting casters with a shaman. Alrighty, so let's do this, and this, and this, and go. Double pull incoming. Actually single pull, and not a bad one to begin with. Guy died immediately. Yeah, elemental is crazy. Cool. So if we're reporting this back, there will be now a couple of follow-up quests that we can do with the Buccaneers. But before we do that, we're high enough to actually fight Nagas. So I would suggest we're just going over here and are grinding them down. That'll be 10 reed from the Nagas, and all we need to do is just kill, kill, kill. Maybe go a little bit further to the north, get the stalkers as well. That'll be easy, and then we're teleporting back.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Yeah, the highest Nagas I think are level 43, and with us now being 42, well, we should be okay. The levels fly by, man. This playthrough, it feels effortless to kill with the shaman, specifically with that new spec. I stand corrected, by the way, it's not 33, it's 34. 43, it's 44. But that's still okay. No orange mobs for us here, so perfect timing to do this quest. And yeah, normally there are kind of individual quests or things that are being a bit more sketchy. With a shaman, so far, I haven't encountered any. Maybe it is due to the higher experience that I now have with Classic again. But taking the quests at the right point in time definitely is an advantage, and I mean the quest route has been really efficient so far, so can't complain about that. The only thing that sucks a little bit is the drinking problem that the shaman has. We're doing 3, 4, 5 mobs and then we need to like re-drink, but that's okay. It is what it is. Yeah, even mobs that are higher level than us after coming in, they're already at half health, and then we're basically just chasing them down after a normal hit. Yeah, like I said, if you can solve that mana problem and if you can single pull, then this is super easy to play as a shaman. Shamans, by the way, funnily enough, have the highest death rate of all characters. Even warriors have a lower death rate. So shaman to 60 is the most difficult statistically to achieve. Whether or not that is because it's a class that's not being played that much, or whether it is because it's actually that difficult, can't tell, but people die very often on shamans throughout all levels. And I can see how that can happen, because the shaman doesn't have a huge defensive kit, does have the wolf in order to run away, but that's really not cutting it in many situations. Does have Earthbind Totem and yeah, the Stoneclaw Totem. But that's okay.
That's still recharging.
Alright, fast forward for this a little bit. Alright, we're near the end of the Naga quest. Let's give it a go. I need one more drop. And afterwards we are moving swiftly to the raptors. Of course, the items never drop if you only need one more. It's an old ancient rule that you cannot be allowed to have that last drop immediately. The kill speed, man. I love it. There is the last drop. And now it's raptor time. Luckily enough, the raptors are immediately starting there, and luckily enough for us as well, we got water walking. Couple of buccaneers. There's a nest of buccaneers here and here. Very seldom that I see anyone fighting these guys. I wonder why they were placed here to begin with. Oh, it's actually a pretty decent sized camp. Alright, but we're not here for the buccaneers, we're here for some raptor action. These guys do have stalker feathers that we need, and we're just going to take them by force. Should have done that quest just when we were hunting them anyways, but yeah, it doesn't always work out.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't use it.
We're just going to make our way to the north, which is where the Gromgol camp is at. Maybe not even that. If we're getting the feathers quicker than screw the Gromgol camp, we can always fly there.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Alright, what's the drop rate on these bad boys? The raptor hides are dropping decently well, but these feathers, not so much. I can already foresee us hunting a lot of these raptors, man. But luckily there is no shortage of them. There's actually a super big flock here around the Gurubashi arena.
That's still
And those raptors luckily only are all the way up to level 42, so zero problems with them. Only thing to watch out for is Tethys, the rare raptor.
I'm out of range.
Well, the elite rare raptor. As this guy would still clap us. Good. I would suggest, as always, since we've already seen raptors, that I'll be fast forwarding a bit. The Strangathorn Veil is always grind intensive. I don't want to make an episode 2 hours long, just showing how you grind out mobs. The reality is we're spending quite a bit of time just single pulling, killing, single pulling, killing. And specifically with drop quests, it can take longer than expected. So let me fast forward, and we're going to see each other after this quest. We're done with the feathers, and it was a good run. We made it kind of halfway up the coastline. There were plenty of raptors left over, and to be fair, I really quickly grinded them down. It wasn't all too long, and highly lucrative XP wise. How much do I need in order to do this? 175. We're almost there. Hang in, Syken, just a few more iron mines and you get the good old mithril. Good. As for this here, can't stress enough how great water walking is. Whilst others need to swim, you just walk on plain surface. It allows you to have completely different path, like for instance running alongside a shoreline and making that possible without taking up too much time. Good, we're trading in a couple of quests really. Mokaradin's enchantment, and then we're going back all the way down here for a couple more quests, and I think that'll open up the whole Buccaneers quest line. I'm wondering if I should go all the way, including killing the captains, which is a pretty daunting quest, but if I could find a partner, I think it's doable. Not sure though. Not sure. Good. We also got the Elder Crocodile here. That would be really wasted not to do it really quickly and then go back. That's so easy. Finishing that quest line. Just need to find, instead of a saltwater crocodile, the elite version of it. They're all along the shoreline here. So yeah, that would be that's another nice quest. And the Buccaneers, they would make for a great ending for Strangathorn Vale for a while, because we have bigger and other fish to fry. We will be coming back. There are a couple of high-level Strangathorn quests in around the 40, high 40s, all the way up to 50. So we can certainly do those, but not for now. The other quest zones that I think we should be engaging in are, for once, the Swamp of Sorrows, which is still something that we could do. There are a couple of level 40 quests. Do we have one of these elite crocodiles? Are you kidding me? Hundreds of crocs here, and not a single one of these is an elite crocodile. Sheesh. You must be out of your mind. Alright, let me find that. Good. The good old layering trick did it. We were just requesting to be taken to a different layer, and there it is. The Elder Swamp Water Crocodile. Give it a couple of shocks, give it a couple of casts, and it'll go down just like that. 38 elite mob, no problemo. Cool. So now that that is done, we can trade in quite a few quests actually, and like I mentioned, there are still plenty of Buccaneers quests, but I think we're going to do that in the next episode, to be fair. Did a lot in this episode, although it was a bit patchy. Did something here and there. Did something here and there. Anyway, Swamp of Sorrows, yes. Badlands we need to do as well. I'm almost done with my trinket there, and I want the nifty stopwatch. That'll be a lifesaver saver for us, because it allows us to keep our potion cooldown for something other than swiftness potions when running away. So that discussion there just opened up a lot of follow-up quests. This here is the crocodile trade-in, and then we're pretty much done.
Money, friend.
And I mean, seriously, look at it. We're clocking like what, 53% already. That's crazy if you think about it. Like I said, things are flying by. Not even trying to speed level or anything.
Go in peace.
Good, let's see if there are any other quests. No. Up the snuff, yes. That is a follow-up quest that we can and should do. That's a level 50 quest for a bit later. String of Thorn Fever would be the quest where we need the gorilla hair.
Can I help you? See you around. For the Alliance.
And keep an eye out is the last one for the Buccaneers. So yeah, we have a few pirate quests up our sleeves,
Light bless you.
which I think we can take in the next episode. We have done all the quests up to 55% in 42, so we're like rocking it. Next time I think we're just going to finish up here, do a bit of Swamp of Sorrows. I still want to do this quest, but I need to go there. Maybe we're doing Swamp of Sorrows into Badlands, into flying up here and finishing that quest line, because that's a lot of XP as well. We're almost done here, just need, as you see, the elemental bracers, and then we're pretty much done. All of those are Maraudon, Uldaman quests. Yeah, all of that are Uldaman quests, and I don't know if we're going into Uldaman, way too low populated server. We might, but it'll require the right group. Anyways, have a good one. Thanks a lot for watching. Truly appreciate it, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.